Mike status. Mark. Thank you, buddy. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Mark.
Go ahead, Mike. Mike, congratulations. I believe this is the first time you've won in this building personally.
Thank you.
What does that mean to you?
Right. You're exactly right. Thank you for pointing that out to our friends. We'll take them any way we can get them, buddy.
Does that mean something to you?
Yeah. Any win on the road is meaningful. They're hard to come by. Man, we're getting better. We're getting better. Up 13 with what, David?
6.
Up 13 with 6 to play. 4 missed foul shots. I hurt us. I should have called timeout. We had a miserable possession down there with Toby. That's not on my team. That's on the head coach. They got some shots down. But proud of our team.
Mike, what did you like about how you guys executed offensively for the first 39 minutes of that game?
Yeah, I think that's a pretty fair assessment, Mark. We got them behind some things, and it helps when the ball goes in the basket. We made 11 threes. We had some very timely made shots. Jaden Young opposite our bench, Rex Steiner in front of me. Shoot has been very, very good here for the last bit, which is, see him coming on. We've talked about it. He's had the 2 years at Duke, and he played very little. Took him a bit to work the rust off the hinge, for lack of a better expression. But, man, he's coming into his own. What did Toby have at the half? Anybody know real quick? He had saddled with the 2 fouls, and I thought he asserted himself and was really, really good in the sir.
Yeah, 5.5.
Thanks. 12 in the second half. He asserted himself and had a really nice half of basketball.
Mike, you guys have had seven turnovers tonight. You've been cutting down on them game by game. What have you seen there, and is that just the maturity and the growth, or something you're doing a little different to put them in better spots?
I hope so, Mike. I hope so. Nothing disgusts me more than sloppy basketball, and we've been sloppy, and take a lot of that upon myself. What am I not getting through? How can I teach it better? We are taking better care of the ball. We had 10 at Florida State, which is, a big, big deal. Step in the right direction, step in a positive direction.
Mike, along those lines, Ben Hammond played almost 30 minutes tonight, did not turn it over, and he's probably going to be sore tomorrow from all the screens he ran into chasing McNeely. That's a heck of an assignment for a freshman.
Yeah, it is.
How did you come up with that?
We spend an inordinate amount of time, David, on matchups. Who can guard who cannot guard who. We don't have a great matchup. We don't. And his cutting and the sides action that they've run forever, and Isaac has been in that stuff. And I thought Ben Hammond did a remarkable job throughout. I thought Rex Steiner, all in all, did a good job. Just a smaller, quicker person that can run with him and get on that outside shoulder and not get hit with those pin downs. Ben Hammond did a masterful job, David. Especially considering you expect Couture to do it. It was always the big debate in the office was, do you put Couture on McNeely? Do you put Couture on Beekman? Do you put Couture on Keehee? I can't tell you the time that has gone into that. Well, we don't have that kind of experience with this roster. But for a third time, hats off to Ben Hammond.
Yeah, Coach, a little bit more about Ben. Just down the line, coming out to under 4, he executes, gets it down low, gets an assist.
Yes.
And then at the end of the shot clock, I know he has struggled offensively all year, but he has the big finish. Just talk a little bit about how he has grown since he's gotten on the campus as a lead ball handler.
He works at it. It's important to him. He's not a freshman anymore, I don't think. You know, we're 22 games in or whatever we are. He's played a lot. There have been some growing pains, but he's doing a much better job of running our team, taking care of the basketball, and being in really, really good spots defensively. He's not scoring the ball very well. I'm not sure that's going to show itself until a year from now. He's got to shoot the ball better. He's got to do some things better offensively. But in terms of a young man, in terms of a great teammate and a young person that gives us the best opportunity to win, right there he is, Benjamin Hammond.
Mike, in the first half, you guys were 9 of 10 from the foul line. That's one more free throw than you guys have shot the last 3 times you've come here combined.
Yeah, no kidding.
How important was it early to set the tone and get to the foul line?
Big deal. You know, surprisingly, and I'm not trying to dissect anything here. I've got enough on my plate to be concerned about the Hokies. There's a shocking statistic through their first 10 games. Their opponents, they played a tough league schedule. 2 Louisvilles, 2 SMUs. Their opponents have made more foul shots than UVA's taken. Never do you see that. Never. And we've got some guys, Toby, Malaysia, Tyler Johnson a little bit, that are prone to getting fouled because of their physicality around the rim and Tyler Johnson's physicality driving the ball. So I hope I answered your question, David.
Luol finished the game with 17 points. Tell me how dominant he was in the second half.
Well, he only had 5 in the first. The 2 fouls kind of knocked him off rhythm. Is that who you ask about? But I thought he found his rhythm in the second and played really, really well. Awfully proud of Toby, and he's a good one. He's a good one. Glad he's in a Hokie uniform. David.
Mike, you guys had been in a little bit of a rough patch, dropped 3 in a row, and you're staring at a week where you have to go to Tallahassee and then come here. But then, see, you're smiling because you got yourself 2. But what did you learn about your team? What did it show you in winning these 2 back-to-back road games?
You know, it's what you sign up when you come into this league. I think of, good friends of mine when I was in the Southern Conference, and I would look at, a buddy of mine that loses at home to NC State, and he's got to go to Duke and he's got to go to Virginia. Good luck to you. Best wishes. Did look real promising, and Leonard Hamilton scares me to death. I think the world of him, and UVA's been really, really good. We have not been very good here. UVA's had a lot to do with that. David, we're getting better. Now, we're not as aesthetically pleasing as I would like us. We've been in the past, but we're growing. I'm really enjoying coaching them. We're a lot sharper and cleaner. And don't ask me why it took us to the 1st of February to finally get to that point. And I hope we don't take a step back on Wednesday at home against SMU. I loved Feinstein. I knew you were very close to Ernie Nestor. I loved John's article on Ernie. What a loss. What a dear man. What a dear man. God, he's a good basketball coach too, David. He's a really good coach.
Mike, Toby Lawal, kind of UVA had that 7-0 run, and Lawal had those 2 big buckets. This is the 4th straight game where he's led y'all in scoring in the second half. What has helped him be this guy you can lean on as kind of a closer to finish games for?
Tim, I think he's just becoming more comfortable. Ryan Odom's a terrific coach, fantastic. I've encouraged him. Shoot, let it rip. All right, misses are on me. Take all the makes. He didn't look real comfortable in we ran a couple of actions for him. He didn't look real comfortable, but he made a 3 again tonight. And he's driving the ball more confidently and with sureness. I think you see a very, very good player really coming into his own here as we head down the stretch.
Last question, second row on the right.
Coach, you mentioned that stat about the free throws, and 75 points against Virginia would have felt like a lot in the past. This year, sort of.
You're telling me, pal.
This year, it's sort of par for the course, though. What do you think? What do you think of when you look at Virginia's defense? And do you think that a defensive system as hard to teach as the pack line can still work in an age like
Nah,
this?
there's not a doubt in my mind, and I think Ron's doing a heck of a job, You know, David Cunningham have seen every game, I guess, that we've played in my 6 years. We haven't always had the most success, but we have had the ability to get them behind some actions, and that's hard to catch up to. Maybe not as much here, but you know, I admire the heck out of Coach Sanchez and this program and this university. There'll always be a tough out, and I'm pulling for them as we move ahead. Thanks, everybody.